It's raining, but I don't need an umbrella. Standing in your rain is where I wanna be.
Hello beautiful people, I hope you're all doing well. If you are new here, then welcome. My name is Belle. If you are not new, then welcome back to another video. Today I wanted to test out the Fenty Brightfix, I think it's called. Yes, Fenty Brightfix. I was hesitant about getting this after seeing it on Fenty Beauty's Instagram, but some days I do want to wear like a little bit more of a natural look, and I realized I actually don't have any like really lightweight concealers, and I might as well make it a full face or near enough a full face of Fenty as well. So stay tuned if you want to see how this application goes. If you are not subscribed, of course I would absolutely love it if you could stick around and click that subscribe button down below, and of course help me out and do give me a thumbs up too. Let's get right into it. So of course I'm going to start off by priming my skin. We are doing a full face of Fenty products. So I'm going to use the Fenty Hydrating Primer. I have used this in a previous video, and we don't have any sound issues today because I remembered to check my mic. Oh, I was so tempted to not post up those two videos that I just posted, but it took me hours to film them both, so I was like, nah, gonna have to make this work one way or another. Going in with the foundation, I am tempted to just use the powder foundations because I've used them before, but I am gonna go in with the skin tint just to kind of zhuzh this video up a little bit. And obviously I've never tried the skin tint underneath the foundation powder, so I am looking forward to trying it. I'm wearing the shade number 21, and I also just want to do like a disclaimer. I've never bleached my skin, I don't bleach my skin, and I don't try and make myself lighter than what I am. With my foundation shades, I usually match it obviously to my chest, as I've often said in my previous videos, and I go off undertones as well. And I appreciate you guys give me feedback, and sometimes you guys probably don't agree with my choices of foundations, which is completely fine. Like, because obviously if you're following my shade direction to a T and you don't have the same preferences as me, then it's going to be a little bit unmatched. So I will be more mindful of that in the future, and of course I do appreciate you guys' feedback on my videos, constructive feedback. If you're going to be rude, I'm just going to delete your comments. I don't bleach, I've never bleached, okay? Just wanted to put that disclaimer out there. For my hyperpigmentation, I'm going to use the Revolution Fast Base foundation stick in the shade F15. Oh, look at how smooth that foundation is. I love it, so good. When I did wear this foundation by Fenty last time, I found that I had to wear a concealer shade that was like a lot lighter than my usual. Let's see how it goes today. Okay, so that's our foundation done. I'm just gonna go ahead and swatch the Brightfix. This is in the shade number 12, Almond Butter. If you haven't seen it already, this is what it looks like. And let's see what the shade looks like now, swatching it on the back of my hand. So this is the shade. It's got a nice undertone, so I'm hoping that it will look good and work for me. Let's give it a go. I don't want to waste any products, so I'm going to use the bit that I have on the back of my hand. Because I know it is a lightweight concealer, I'm not afraid to put a little bit more. Right, I've used up everything on the back of my hand. I do want to go in with a little bit more, so I'm just going to use the applicator to do so. Definitely is lightweight, I can see that already from blending. It did sort of dry down a little bit, just in terms of like sitting on my face for longer than perhaps usual, but it looks really nice as I'm blending it out. I do like how lightweight it is, and I think it blends into my skin really well. Seems like this was obviously created to go with the skin tint, so I do like the way it is looking at the moment. I'm happy that I didn't go in and blend straight away, because I just find that it's allowed me to have just, I guess, a tiny bit more coverage. I probably should have done one eye first and then the other, so you guys could see like the difference, but I do like how my skin's looking. I can definitely see that it has brightened my under eyes a little bit more. I know a lot of people had actually put the other concealer on top of this. For me, I just think there's no point doing that. If you're going to use this concealer, the Brightfix, and then the other Pro Filter concealer, there's no point. It's either one or the other. So for me, I'm not going to do both. I'm tempted to go in with a third layer though, so I am actually going to put a tiny bit more. Oh, see, I put too much already and I can't put it back in the tube. Oh, this is so annoying. So this is my third layer, and what I'm gonna do is leave it on my skin a little bit longer to see if it dries down a bit, and then we'll go from there. So in the meantime, I'm going to go in with my blusher because I'm not using a cream bronzer or anything like that, based on the fact that this foundation is already darker than what I would usually go for. I'm going to go in with my blusher. I've been using the Fenty Beauty cream blusher. This is in the shade Daiquiri Dip, which I've really been enjoying. I did see that one of the Revolution blushes, the cream blushes that they recently came out with is like a dupe to the Rose Latte by Fenty Beauty. So I'm going to try out that Revolution one and then see if it's a dupe or not, and if it is a dupe then I don't need to get the Fenty one. Okay, now I'm seeing the brightening effect of this concealer. I have obviously applied 3 layers. I am gonna apply the Fenty Beauty matte powder on my face. I've actually got it in 2 shades now. I've got it in the shade 410 and I recently picked it up in the shade 350 to use in my highlighted areas because I have been wearing this foundation powder on its own without any liquid concealers. So I'm going to go in, set in my face with the Fenty Beauty foundation powder in the shade 410, which is what I've used in my previous videos. I know a lot of people were saying that the shade doesn't look good on me or like it's too orange or whatever. I mean, my application wasn't the greatest, but I get it, that's fine. Sometimes it's not gonna look great in some clips and other times it will. I'm gonna go in with the 350 foundation powder, but I am just gonna blend out those creases under my eyes again. I'm hoping this shade 350 looks good on me. Before I go ahead and do that, let me just swatch it on the back of my hand first, just in case any of you guys might wanna pick it up. So it looks like it's a good undertone. So this is what the shade 350 looks like. I'm just going to change my brush to one of these ones. This is from the My Ray Ray brush kit, just because I like the shape better. But I do like the way it's looking. I like that. It's just added a little bit more coverage. That little dent that I have under my eyes is not as visible as it was before, but if you look at the comparison, this is with the foundation powder and this is without. So just going to quickly go ahead and bronze my face. I'm going to use my Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Bronzer in the shade Tan, which has been my favourite bronzer for a really long time. Just in my usual areas, obviously my forehead. I don't really need to do too much to my cheek area now because I have already applied that blush. For my lip gloss, I'm going to go in with the Fenty Beauty Original Gloss Bomb. This looks nice. It's been so long since I've used this shade. Okay, so here we have the finished look. Absolutely loving the way my skin is looking today. This Fenty Beauty foundation powder, it's been working for me quite a lot recently. I really like the way the Brightfix was looking for me. And of course, to top it off as a setting powder with the Fenty Beauty foundation powder in 350, I think this gave me the extra coverage that I was looking for, considering the Brightfix didn't work for me on its own. But granted, even if I went in with a Laura Mercier setting powder, I think it would have still looked fine. Probably because I was looking at it whilst it was wet, I had that thought, but I actually prefer it just like this. So for those days that I really don't want to wear too much on the skin, I would actually go in with just the foundation powder, excluding the skin tint, and then obviously go in with this 350 foundation powder in my highlighted areas. But I really love the way my makeup's looking today, and I really like that the shade of this Brightfix was bright enough for me to actually balance out the rest of my face, because when I first went in with the skin tint on its own, wasn't feeling it because obviously it was looking darker than the rest of my body. But now I feel like we are matching, going in with this Brightfix in almond and then obviously the 350 foundation powder. I think that just helped to tie everything else together, and I'm loving the way my base is looking. If you have tried it, let me know what you think about it, if you're happy to share. I know that everyone's taste in terms of makeup and application is completely different to mine, and that's completely fine. But if you do enjoy watching my videos, then of course stick around and click that subscribe button down below. Do give me a thumbs up, and of course I hope to see you all in my next one. Bye.